Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another installment in our No Buff Rift Clear series. Today we will be tackling the second to last rift in this particular difficulty, which is a bit of an interesting situation because it means that the series itself may be coming to a close. It's just not getting the views that I want it to. We will still finish off this rift difficulty, and then we will be finding a new series to do on Saturdays that hopefully will do a little bit better for the channel as a whole. That's not to say I haven't had fun with these, because I have, as they've been a very interesting scope of a challenge to me and my personal prowess in playing. But today we will be having a look at the level 36 Ultimate Kree Justice Rift, where the objective is to face off against Ronan and his powerful allies. However, this is one of those rifts that is locked behind an in-story quest interaction, so we're going to go through where you need to find that. Now, this is in the first section of Wakanda, and the way that you find this rift is pretty simple. Again, I've made a video in the past talking about how to locate these rifts if you're not familiar with where they are. And I will link that video either in the cards or in the description of this video if you do want to check that out. Now, this particular rift, it comes before you get to the second checkpoint, and it will be on your left after you go through a couple of these encampments of the AIM soldiers, and it's very simple to see. Nick Fury's going to call it out for you, so a simple interaction with that will either allow you to tackle it right then and there, or allow you to double back and take it on at a later date. But you do need to interact with it at the very least in order to unlock it to do it later. So make sure that you grab it if you haven't done so coming through here initially. But this rift is fairly straightforward. The battle mechanics of the fight are not different or changed in any way. You don't have increased damage, reduced damage, or damage that is more effective on one type of attack as opposed to another. But there will be a few changes to the standard Ronan fight, as there will be a couple of minions that pop up, both of the mighty variety, and even Nebula makes an appearance in the second half of the fight that you'll have to take her down as well. However, there's some strategies that you'll be able to employ that are really going to make sure that you can get through this fight pretty easily. Now, the first thing that you'll want to do is you'll want to try and focus on Ronan more directly, because the other grunt-type characters that are present are nice for rebuilding some of your energy points to continue to layer in those heavier hitting attacks into Ronan and the other characters that pop up. However, Ronan is the main objective here because you do need to get him down to his midway point and trigger the transition into the second phase of the fight in order to get Nebula to show up and to complete the rift as a whole. So I really like focusing on Ronan with a couple of synergy attacks to help wear down his stagger gauge a little bit quicker. And then you do always want to prioritize attacking into the opponents when they are staggered in order to fully stun them. And if you do so with abilities, you have a much higher likelihood of triggering that full stun from the guard break that you do by wearing down, that you're able to achieve by wearing down their stamina bar. And really, that's all there is to the first phase of this fight. But once you get into the second phase, you'll want to be a little bit more conscious of where you're focusing on, because by that point you will have built up your extreme attacks, and you'll really want to focus those on Ronan more particularly once you're able to break his guard after you get into that second phase of the fight. If you do end up getting your extreme attacks before that second phase, hold on to them, because you do not get the bonus damage by pushing him beyond his stagger point. There is a certain limit. Now, you can wear it down a little bit more than what's shown by the health bar at the top of the screen, but it's not a whole lot, so you don't want to waste that resource because it is precious. And that's just what you see me doing here. It doesn't quite take him out, but we're able to swoop in and finish a couple of things thereafter. Now, the reason that I outlined all of those details is because one of the clear conditions for this rift is finishing in 2 minutes and 15 seconds or faster, and the quicker that you are able to identify the weak points in Ronan's battle strategy, the easier time you will have with actually finishing out this fight and claiming the rewards from it. Additionally, you'll need to make it through the fight while maintaining all but one of your teammates from fainting. You can have one faint in the entire fight and still get that clear condition, but if you can avoid it altogether, it's going to expedite the process of getting the clear, because you don't have to waste time with trying to revive or power through in continuing the fight with only 3 team members as opposed to 4. But this is doable. This was my first take on this fight, and despite not having any of the abilities ranked up or any additional enhancements applied to my team or the individual characters, we did very well with it. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure that you leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe for the daily variety content. Thanks so much for your time, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.